I listened to you on the...
The president wants you. Sorry, the president wants you for everybody.
Oh, okay. Okay. No problem at all. See you shortly, Mr. Secretary.
You can work that in.
Mr. Secretary, I have to say, it's a first, I'm sure a last as well, that an interviewee's been pulled away to go to the Situation Room. How was the president? Was he stressed?
No, the president is in great spirits.
What was that? I mean, that was Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent getting interrupted mid-interview by a call from the White House Situation Room. I mean, it looked dramatic, like watching the West Wing. And it is dramatic because I guess the economy's falling apart and the people who are running the economy are too busy playing war in Iran to notice. And I think that call was about the job reports that just came out. And I want to start there. Last month, employers cut 92,000 jobs. Cut, not added. In 2025, the economy averaged fewer than 10,000 new jobs a month, the weakest hiring outside of a recession since 2002. Job openings hitting their lowest point since September 2020. The quits rate, which measures how many people are confident enough to leave their job right now, is below pre-COVID levels. But don't worry, the Trump administration is going to trumpet this stat. Job openings ticked up 7 million in January. And the administration's already throwing themselves a parade around that number like they won the damn Super Bowl. But what they won't mention is that job opening number peaked at 12.3 million back in 2022. And it's been free falling ever since, especially since Trump took office. Going from 6.5 to 7 million, that's not a recovery. Meanwhile, our fourth quarter GDP, it was revised down. The economy grew at less than 1% in the final quarter of the year. And that was before we started bombing Iran. Oh yeah, I almost forgot we're at war right now. To distract from that other thing we're supposed to forget about, the Epstein files, that's right. And in this illegal war, the US has already spent an estimated $19 billion in Iran in 2 weeks. $19 billion. And the White House is already drafting an emergency defense supplement for $50 billion more. A tagline like fiscal responsibility, it's now up there with Mexico will pay for the wall and drain the swamp and I'll release my tax returns. Because of all this spending, like we're doing in Iran, the national debt is now at 100% of GDP, the highest since World War II. And the CBO projects that the deficit will hit 1.9 trillion this year, and by 2036, it will hit 3.1 trillion. And by the way, the one big beautiful bill adds 4.7 trillion to the deficit over the next decade. That bill, by the way, it's put together essentially for tax cuts. And you already know for who. The same billionaires that have been getting tax cuts since Reagan decided that if you give rich people enough money, some of it might accidentally fall out of their pockets down to the rest of us. 45 years later, we're still waiting for it to trickle down. And yeah, the war's not helping at all. The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, a nonpartisan group for the record, came out this week and said what everybody already assumed. The conflict in Iran demonstrates why we need to keep our national debt at a reasonable level. How can we prioritize national security when we're spending more on interest payments than we are on national defense? Did you hear that part? More on interest than defense? We're paying more to service our debt than we are to fund our entire military. And our solution? Spend $50 billion more that we don't have on a war with no defined objectives, no exit strategy, no authorization. Which brings me to the tariffs. The tariffs were supposed to pay for all this, right? They were supposed to pay for everything. Paying down the debt, replace the income tax. They were going to fund the military. They were going to buy everyone a pony. Well, you remember how the Supreme Court ruled that some of these tariffs, the bulk of them, were illegal? And refunds were supposed to start flowing? That's when we found out that the U.S. only collected about $175 billion so far. And that money that we're supposed to get refunded, it sure looks like the government already spent it. And now I'm going back to the Cato Institute. Yes, I'm quoting them again. God, I feel like I'm in the upside down right now. The Cato Institute tracked every single promise Trump made about what tariffs would fund. The list is longer than a damn CVS receipt. Military spending, tax cuts, farm aid, family handouts, Ukraine weapons. The problem is you can't spend the same dollar 12 times. I've tried. It doesn't work. And now Trump owes $175 billion back. You've seen it at the pumps. Oil's hovering near $100 a barrel because Iran's threatening the Strait of Hormuz, which handles a third of the world's oil supply. That's going to hit your gas prices. That's going to hit heating costs. That's going to hit the price of everything that gets shipped anywhere. And who's going to pay for it? You. Meanwhile, yeah, you know, your healthcare premiums, they're climbing, Medicaid's on the chopping block, Social Security hurtling towards insolvency. And the administration's answer, I need $50 billion more for a war that nobody wanted. And I want tax cuts for billionaires. And I want to slap tariffs on everything that moves. But there is hope, because midterms are coming. Every House seat, a third of the Senate, and Republicans are going to have to go back to their districts and explain to their voters why the economy is sputtering, why jobs are being cut, why grocery prices are up, and why gas is going through the roof, and why we're in another Middle Eastern war with no end game, and the deficit that they've been screaming about under Biden is exploding under the Republicans' watch. They control every step of our government. Good luck with that message, because we started a war and crashed the economy and gave billionaires another tax cut is not the type of bumper sticker that's going to win a swing district. You're paying more for groceries. You're paying more for gas. You're paying a tariff tax that you didn't vote for. Your healthcare premiums through the roof, your kids' school funding cut, and your government is spending $19 billion in just 2 weeks blowing up a country that most Trump officials couldn't find on a map. And now they're asking for $50 billion more from a treasury that's already running on fumes and IOUs. So yeah, now you know why Bessent had that dramatic look on his face.
And I have to tell you, Wolf, that
Doesn't it seem like our feeds are getting filled with more and more BS right-wing MAGA content? It's no secret that all these top tech bros are in love with the current regime, so it's no surprise that independent left-leaning media is being squashed by the algorithm. If you like our content and content like us, it doesn't take long to click that thumbs up, share, comment, or subscribe. So please help us keep the truth alive.